The last vestiges of Gorham go up in flames when the carriage house was set on fire, and that was the end of Gorham. And to not see that large building there, 330,000 square feet, when it was bulldozed to put up the Stop and Shop, it's very depressing. And to see that empty lot with the stores empty, 30 some odd acres, that nobody would ever know that the greatest silver manufacturer in the world was there.
That company was there for 100 years. In that place where the Stop and Shop is now, they was throwing waste into the lake, and not just the lake, some of the land in that neighborhood. They said maybe the entire neighborhood had problems.
My name is Amelia Rose. I'm the director of the Environmental Justice League of Rhode Island.
And my name is Diane Rose. I am a neighbor.
How did you get involved?
I just always wanted a dock.
A dock?
I live on the water. I just wanted to use it. I know one time they had canoes and stuff for families, which I thought was great to have the neighborhood come in and be able to have this type of surroundings, something accessible, to kids who normally wouldn't have it. It's a city, and there's something this beautiful that will never be used,
Our organization, the Environmental Justice League, got started because of the school that was built here on the site. We saw that a number of the fences were broken, had broken big holes in them, that there was a gate that was wide open right on Adelaide Avenue that people were using, were going onto the site, onto still contaminated parts of the site. And this is actually a retention pond that Textron constructed as part of the remediation plan. It's to collect stormwater that comes off of the parking lot. We're not sure if it goes into the pond or not.
This gate, the chain usually wasn't there. You could actually open it. This is new. I would say probably at least 4 weeks.
This is an unremediated parcel. There might be dioxins, metals, probably PAHs.
Do you think kids go back there?
I do. I was a kid once. I'm a kid now. I've been back there. Kids will be kids. They want to go hang out before school, during school, somewhere to go. And it's just easy access.
Yeah, this is one of the more contaminated spots. It was where lead slag from Gorham was deposited. They were constructing the school, and I don't know who it was, but it may have been residents or just other concerned folks who actually found this lead slag pile that hadn't been dealt with or removed. So that was what got DEM to file a lawsuit against the city to stop them. Textron actually had to come out and clean up that lead. They had to put up fences. They hadn't originally been planning, I guess, to put fences up, separating the remediated from the unremediated parts of the site. They removed 75 truckloads full of this lead slag, so it was a huge pile that came out of this Gorham smelter, even more toxic form of lead because it was more concentrated.
These were open. I walked down the rocks.
Yeah, this gate used to be wide open.
And actually, I walked down about 12, 15 feet and saw sweatshirts. So people had, come down here, there's a yellow something. But I mean, even a small child could, fit through there no problem and still get through there. So it probably should be more of a, tighter of a grip there. And imagine going to school and not even knowing. It's all about knowing, knowledge, and then you can make the decision.
This is one of the signs the city is supposed to put up along the fence to just make sure people are aware of what's going on. And they're supposed to be hanging up. But it looks like it just came, just really cheap, and it came right off. Oh, just litter. They're over on Adelaide Avenue.
Do you think it affects the experiences of the kids at all?
I'm sure it does. Where students feel like they've been given a second-class school. They also don't have fields or anything. They can't go outside. Also, just the climate of the school, it feels like they are not really discussing the contamination or the cleanup that's going on. Originally, people were saying you can't build a school here until you clean up this whole site. It's not. Just because this part is clean doesn't mean all that's, not a hazard. So, that's sort of the way, that's the way the city did it. This way they redeveloped the site and arbitrarily putting these lines in. And why students and staff and parents should be part of meetings now about the continuing cleanup of the site and should be involved and made aware of what's happening, and they're not being made aware at this time. Here's one at a time. You can say that. So this is one of the examples of the homemade signs that we made before the city put in the actual signs. Maybe we should go into business making signs for the city. Textron has done some testing of the houses along the street up at the top there, because there's worry that the groundwater contamination, though it's flowing towards Mashapaug Pond, that some of the gas, the off-gassing from that contamination could be flowing under some of the houses over here. They found levels that they were concerned about up to the 5th house. Textron was having difficulty contacting the homeowners or getting permission, and so we went instead and did outreach and then got each of the homeowners to agree to have testing inside their homes, and they put the same kind of ventilation system that's in the school, they put in the homes as well. There were 4 out of the 5 homes got that. They're all the way at the end, the first 5 houses. We do live with a lot of contamination in our lives. We want to, and we have to figure out ways to reclaim these spaces and make them into something that isn't something to be feared, but something that we understand and can safely deal with.
Well, every day when I look at the water, I do think of it. I know it's here. It's been here for many years. It's going to take years. It's going to take years. And what they want to do, is it enough? Will it ever be enough? I wish I imagine myself out there with that dock. I always say that. I want that dock out there. I want to be able to just go out there and swim, see other people doing the same. And I do sit outside and I sit there and I just imagine things going on a different way.